What is up, YouTube? This guy is crushing it. 7 weird YouTube channel qualities making 5 figures a month. Now hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Hey, after this intro, let's check it out.
Growth's got a formula most never learn. You don't need luck or talent, structure is earned. If you're ready to build and you know it's your turn, start with the 4 free videos, earn as you learn. Click on the more below to sign up.
That's right, y'all. Uncle Mike has put together 4 videos that explains it all. Are y'all ready to change your life? Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this one out, man. Here we go.
All right, guys, I got a great one for you today. We're going to be going over 7 weird YouTube channels quietly making 5 figures a month. And these are YouTube channels that almost nobody talks about. We put a ton of effort into discovering these. And we're not only going to be talking about what their niche is, what video topics they're making content on, but we're also going to be talking about the monetization side. So how are they monetizing, how much money they're making, maybe how they should be monetizing if they're not doing it in the right way. So I know you guys absolutely love these videos. If you appreciate me making these videos and you want me to make more of them, go ahead and gently tap that like button and let's jump into it right now. And the first one is going to be the My Mechanics Restoration channel. And this is a super interesting channel that basically does restorations on all kinds of old things like 1891 German Weltracord ratchet screwdriver, whatever that is. That video got nearly 80 million views. And sometimes they get away from restorations and they do stuff like this, where it's like, I make an 8-ball out of solid stainless steel and brass. That one got over 40 million views. And then of course you got this one, antique handcrafted hammer drill restoration. That one also got over 40 million views. And most of them are restoration videos, but they do make these weird videos where they turn stuff like a stainless bolt into a combination lock too. Now, if you look at the 1891 German ratchet screwdriver restoration video, it got 78 million views, and according to View Stats, this made over $111,000. So $111,000 for a single video. Now, in my experience, because this is a 19-minute video, View Stats usually underestimates more educational content, so I wouldn't be surprised if this video made significantly more than $111,000. So yeah, these types of edutainment kind of channels where you're kind of educating people on how to do stuff, but at the same time, you're entertaining them too, do really well. And I almost always recommend to do educational channels because you're solving people's problems when you do educational channels, and it's much easier to sell them things, right? Speaking of that, let's talk about how they're monetizing. So obviously they're making a ton of money from AdSense, and we're estimating that they have about 1,418 members on the Patreon. They've got a $5, a $10, and a $20 tier. And so our estimate is they're making at least $7,000 a month from the Patreon. That's probably on the lower side. Additionally, they have merch. So they have these hoodies like My Mechanics logo black. They've got some t-shirts, etc. And they're likely making some decent money from that, especially considering how popular the channel is. With that being said, I think that this channel could be much, much better monetized. They're probably doing a lot of things wrong. And if they did maybe some courses on how to restore things, or maybe even started a membership group where people that are really passionate about restoring things could join that membership group, I think that they could monetize significantly better than what they're doing right now. Now, one thing I've known scaling my own channel to over $1 million a month, working with tons of other YouTubers over the years, is most YouTubers do not know how to monetize correctly, which is why we are going to be having a free training this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys, in the editing process right now, and I just wanted to mention that if you're struggling to grow on YouTube, you're having trouble getting views, subscribers, making money, or even picking a niche, I'm going to be hosting a free one-time live workshop that goes over exactly how to help with that. It's going to be the YouTube content advantage for making money. Also, make sure to click the link in the description and the pinned comment below so you don't miss out. And if you attend live, you'll also have a chance to be the one person I pick for a real-time channel audit once we move into the interactive portion of the workshop. And if you
All right, you're going too far in that workshop.
For profitable YouTube niches before you waste time creating content that doesn't bring in leads, sales, or money. It's smarter, faster, and trained on even more data from real into a actual. And people do ask a lot of questions. The majority $1,000 in a single month, how much to register or to sign Now, this one does happen to be a faceless channel. There is a big debate about whether you should do faceless or personal brand.
Now, I'm going to let y'all know, that faceless channel stuff is that's for people that's trying to hurry up and get money quick. It's going to die out. I'm a firm believer that it's going to die out. I think human beings want to see face-to-face stuff. I would suggest that you get used to being on camera right now. Why not be, everybody wants, I don't want to show my face. Then don't do a YouTube channel. Here we go.
Educational YouTube channel, Mr. Science. Now, this one does happen to be a faceless channel. There is a big debate about whether you should do faceless or personal brand. And if you do things in the way that I recommend, it actually doesn't matter. You can do faceless, you can do YouTube automation, you can do personal brand, and the underlying principles remain the same. And that's something I'll be teaching this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Click the link in the description and the pinned comment below. But this channel has really blown up recently. And just a couple months ago, they posted a video called Why Deep Sea Creatures Get Creepier the Deeper You Go. And it got over 9 million views and counting. So it just keeps going up. Right? It's just absolutely exploding. And this channel's getting about 900,000 views in the last 7 days, which means the estimated monthly earnings is about $26,000 to $78,000 a month. Really, really amazing stuff. And this video, Why Deep Sea Creatures Get Creepier the Deeper You Go, got about 9 million views, and they're estimating that it made about $47,000.
As we descend deeper, crossing the sunlight zone.
Now, in terms of monetization, this channel looks like it's brand new. It doesn't really look like they're super advanced when it comes to monetization. They're probably just making money from AdSense and maybe like a little bit extra here and there. They do have a link to their website, which at the time of this video is mrscience.earth. And it looks like they have a little bit of merch and stuff on their website, and you can collaborate with them. But yeah, it looks pretty bare when it comes to the actual monetization. So if you see this, Mr. Science, attend my live training this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll definitely be able to help you out. All right, next one is Ben Kilner. And this is a very interesting channel. And basically what he does is he is kind of a restorer. So just as an example, he rebuilt a 10,000-year-old house. This is an 80-day time lapse. He made a stone axe and used it to fell a tree. And his most popular video is abandoned 100-year-old workshop renovation 2-year time lapse. So very, very interesting stuff that he's posting. And he basically talks about finds ancient stuff and restores it and shows people how he does it and does really cool time lapses of it. So just a super, super cool channel. And they're also growing really fast. And their video, abandoned 100-year-old workshop renovation 2-year time lapse, which was just posted about 7 months ago, has already gotten 16 million views and made over $81,000, which is pretty incredible. So this guy is literally just doing really cool stuff, which he probably would have been doing anyways, and he's just recording himself doing it, kind of explaining what he's doing.
I say that over and over again. If you're doing your passion, playing keyboards, I don't know, riding a bicycle, going for a walk, talking about movies, whatever it is that you do right now, every day, think of all the stuff you did last week. Now imagine if you would have just recorded it. Not the whole day, but just record some of it and turn that into a YouTube channel. And then pick the right titles, edit it a little bit, and get YouTube to learn you in the algorithm. Next thing you know, Kapaya. Your bank account, that's your bank account. Kapaya, your bank account goes up. All you have to do is start.
From clearing out mountains of junk to rebuilding the gym.
And making a ton of money. Now, he does have a Patreon. He does have a website. Doesn't look like he has too many people on his Patreon or even anything to sell. Ben, if you see this, please reach out to us. We can help you monetize. And this is honestly pretty typical for YouTubers. They usually just don't know how to monetize very well at all. And we help people like this all the time. And we also help newbies build their YouTube channels in such a way where it's sustainable, where they treat it like a business from the beginning so that it's sustainable and it can actually support their lifestyle. But yeah, according to Channelytics, he's making about $6,000 to $16,000 a month. So he is making a full-time income from this channel. So congrats, Ben. But it's probably pretty up and down. He'll probably have like a $20,000 month and then a $5,000 month, which is never fun. And if he was doing things in a sustainable way, he could probably make a lot more money. And he could do it a lot more consistently. All right, the next channel is going to be Synthet, and I absolutely love this channel. Basically, what they do here is they teach people how to make different beats when it comes to synthetic or electronic music. So just as an example, the 6 seconds that changed music forever, posted about 9 months ago, got 7 million views. And he's getting about 1.7 million views every 7 days, which I would assume is around 6 million plus views per month, or 6 to 7 million. And he's making about $11,000 to $32,000 a month, according to vidIQ. And according to View Stats, this video that got 7 million views, which was a pretty short video, made about $9,900, which is pretty epic.
Now these numbers,
so yeah, very entertaining yet educational channel.
Now keep in mind that the numbers, especially the money numbers, because I know the money numbers a little better because a lot of channels were saying, what is it? What they call that thing, man? God, vidIQ, all these plugins, Social Blade, that's the name of it. Social Blade, vidIQ. They guesstimating. But for a long time, what they was guesstimating on Uncle Mike's channel, whatever the guesstimation was, we was under that. But it stayed like that. Then all of a sudden, we finally hit in the middle of what they was saying. Now the guesstimation is under, and we making more than what they saying that we making. But it gives you a pretty good ballpark without revealing the cheese. You know, you can taste the whole cake, but you don't get the whole recipe, that type of thing.
Where they're teaching other people who like to make music how to do different interesting electronic or synthetic music related stuff. All right, this next channel is very interesting. Now it's called Micro, but I think it used to be called Micro Econ YouTube. So that's microeconomics basically. And they describe and explain why the world is the way that it is from an economic perspective. So they basically explain the hidden economic forces behind mundane decisions like Costco locations, airport lounges, internet ID verification, through accessible 10 to 20 minute video essays that make economics feel relevant and interesting. So just as an example, they posted this video about a year ago, the anti-human business of shipbreaking.
The ship has been sold by a European...
It got about 2.8 million views and made about $13.8 thousand according to View Stats. So yeah, relatively new channel, doing pretty well, makes very interesting content. And it says here that they're making about $1,000 to $4,000 a month. But with a channel like this that goes over these types of topics, chances are it does attract a higher amount of media buyers that want to run ads on the channel, as well as sponsors, etc. It just tends to attract kind of like a bit of a more educated audience. I'd be willing to bet that they're making at least $5,000 to $10,000 a month just from AdSense alone. And if they're monetizing correctly, they could be making much, much more than that. And I thought this video right here was particularly interesting. Your favorite YouTube channel is probably owned by private equity. I'm not sure that's true, because I know a lot of different YouTubers, but a good amount of them are owned by private equity. Oh, and by the way, that is something that I go over, like the different ways of monetizing, how to structure your channel in such a way where if you want to, you can actually sell it down the line. That's something that I've actually helped even bigger companies do. So again, attend my live training this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out in the description.
You don't want to do all that. See, all the stuff you're talking about now is way too advanced. And we want to I try to stick directly to what you need to do to start and beginning. Once you start and you start making some money, then you start moving into, well, I want to sell a channel. Why would you sell it after you done put your hard-earned sweat into it? Way too advanced.
Eastern Standard Time. All right,
Way
so
too
the next
advanced.
channel is Teddy Baldassarre. And this gentleman right here basically is like the watch king of YouTube. His channel is all about helping you find your next watch. Now, in the last 7 days, he's gotten about 2.3 million views, meaning he's probably getting around 8 to 9 million views per month. And that means from AdSense, he is making about $16,000 to $48,000 a month just from AdSense alone, according to vidIQ. And
if I was guessing, I would say about $38,000 to $40,000 a month. It's all kinds of stipulations why he's not getting that high number. That for some reason I feel the bigger your channel is, the more capital you're making, the more you in that middle area. See, we're not making those big numbers. That's why the number they give us, we're over top of it. Whatever numbers you see on Social Blade, we're making a little more than that. But once we start making more money, you'll be sitting in between those two numbers from my experience, because we did it twice. Here we go.
according to View Stats, he's making about $12,000 to $35,000 a month as well. Again, just from AdSense alone. Now, his most popular video was posted about 4 years ago, 20 affordable watches even watch snobs can't hate. Love that title, good stuff.
The outsider perspective, maybe you're just getting into watches.
That video got about 4 million views and made about $20,000. Now, I would imagine that Teddy is very likely a bit more advanced at monetization than some of the other people that we were kind of looking at, some of the other YouTubers we were looking at. So for one, he's got access to members only content here. He also sells a bunch of watches on his website, and he is an authorized retailer. And so he's likely much more advanced when it comes to monetization. He's probably making significantly more on the back end selling watches, selling other stuff than he is from AdSense. Just to put this in perspective, on my main channel, I make about $20 per 1,000 views from AdSense, and I make anywhere from $300 to $500 overall. So I literally make 20 times more, sometimes even more than that, sometimes a bit less than I make from AdSense. So if he's properly monetizing, he would be making somewhere in that ballpark as well, at least probably 5 to 10 times more. And if he's not, attend my live training this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah, I like...
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
I think it's great. All right, the next one is Electro Boom, and this gentleman is extremely interesting. I love his about section. It says, want to subconsciously learn while being entertained? Then subscribe. And basically, he helps people understand electrical engineering and physics by deliberately doing things wrong, getting shocked, and explaining exactly why his experiments fail and occasionally succeed. His most viewed video was how to not make an electric guitar, the hazards of electricity.
Here's the basic electric guitar I made with force.
That video got 22 million views and made $112,000. And overall, he's getting about 1.5 million views in the last 7 days.
It's almost like I'm looking at this thing saying, why didn't I think of that? Here's what not to do. Here's how to make the worst beats in the world. Something like that. You got to go crazy, man. If you think way outside the box, your bank account would go high.
That's probably about 6 million views a month, and he's making about $7,000 to $20,000 a month, according to vidIQ. And according to View Stats, he's making about $8,000 to $22,000 a month. So yeah, another channel that educates and entertains people at the same time. I always say that the channels I recommend, you should try to educate people, because generally speaking, people just don't buy stuff from entertainment channels, and pure entertainment channels are just way too competitive, right? You're literally competing with Mr. Beast if you're making a pure entertainment channel. And so I like to make educational channels that are entertaining. That's what I personally like to do. And that's what I think a lot of people have found success with, because it's just way easier to monetize the audience past that. And if you want to learn how to pick your niche or dial your niche in, if you're someone who is unsure of their niche, maybe they think they should niche down, or they should expand, or they should just move to a different niche and kind of pivot, that's exactly what we're going to be helping you do this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
All right, okay. He is, boy, man, he let me know that I'm not pushing our live streams every Sunday, every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 o'clock New York Standard Time, Eastern Standard Time. We go live to start talking about some of the things that we're doing in our YouTube course, how we try to slow everything down, to stop guessing. Don't guess at this stuff. If you're guessing at it, you're not getting clarity. The first thing you need to do is get clarity on even the buttons, what to push, what not to get, those type of things. So once you get clarity, then you start getting structure, and we go on and on and on. And once you get a system going, all you have to do is come down here and repeat the system over and over again. That's what I do. I sit here and just go repeat the system. Now I'm trying to teach people so we can start getting, we getting into a situation where I'm niching down. I'm niching down. I cannot believe that these niches are actually working. One thing I want to share with you guys. Last point I want to make is what I want to say is, if I can do this, you can do it. The bigger you try to go, the less money you're gonna make. If you niche all the way down to what this guy's doing with electricity, the smaller your niche is, the more money you'll make. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.